His Excellency Chief Nelson Wike, the Executive Governor of Rivers State. Please put your hands together for him. You're welcome.
These are very bad times for our country, with extreme insecurity, a collapsing economy, massive corruption, as well as political uncertainty, with democracy and the rule of law under constant threat. Without any doubt, life is becoming too unbearable for the majority of citizens, just as the signs of a failing or failed state are too glaring to be ignored. The federal government continues to undermine the rule of law, while political parties and party leaders continue to exhibit utter arrogance and disdain for the electoral laws and the democratic process in their actions and conduct, with cries of injustices, discrimination, and inequities everywhere, and with the rising instability and deterioration of law and order. Only the undiscerning would believe that Nigeria is not headed for the hard rocks. Let's be frank with ourselves. The federal government has failed in its basic duties to secure the country and advance the economic well-being of all citizens, which is the reason for the heightened sense of frustration, conflicts, and violence threatening to tear this country apart. As the general election approaches, as everything about Nigeria continues to wobble and tumble, Nigerians are becoming more and more apprehensive about the success of the general election and the survival of our democracy beyond 2023. However, we must neither lose hope nor give up on Nigeria, because as bad as things are, we can still trust the nation's judiciary to save our country by granting justice, equity, and equality to every citizen. Nevertheless, this is possible only when the judiciary is able to assert itself without fear or favor, upholding the truth at all times, and standing up to any other power or principality that attempts to undermine or override its constitutional responsibilities, powers, and processes. Justice could be delayed, which is not acceptable, but it must never be refused or denied for the judiciary to serve as an effective watchdog of our democracy and towards the evil intentions of the enemies of the people. For me, it is given that Nigeria and our democracy will survive only if our judicial system is strong and alive. The judiciary dies while it lies comatose and removed from the aspirations of the citizens for good governance, the rule of law, the protection of fundamental rights, and the guarantee of free and fair elections. The judiciary dies when it can easily be manipulated and intimidated and refuse to be intimidated. When the injustice is rendered in place of justice to the aggrieved parties, or when resort to self-help and other means of redress after the law becomes the